So apparently raw vegan promoters are partaking of divinity, according to John Rose. And of course, I've enjoyed a lot of his teachings and I respect a lot of what he has to say. But my response to that probably looks a little more like this. What you'll notice here is a monkey masturbating. A bunch of schoolboys circle jerking each other off. A bunch of sheep standing together in the darkness. It's so ironic to me, and I truly mean how ironic it is, coming from someone that teaches people the levels of nutrition and wisdom and dietary, the levels of dietary integrity that I do, and coming from these types of paradigms and the kind of confusion that is just laid across and made a mess across the entire landscape of the quote health unquote community. And I always try to, coming from somebody that's basically a vegetarian, and I have to clean up these messes, and I feel like this is the biggest one of them all. It's really a huge. It's always misinformation campaigns, and if you don't see how this works yet, I'm going to do it again. And before, please listen to this whole thing. I don't know why I say please. Don't listen. I don't give a fucking. I don't care. But I find this vegan thing. I think this is my community service, and this will be my little battle that I participate in. And it's so ironic again too, because I'm all for a whole food, plant-based diet. Absolutely. I am not in any way, shape, or form promoting whatsoever anything about what vegan claims. Then there's so many reasons for this. And I don't want to hear about, vegans are doing it for the moral or ethical capacity to, we have enough martyrs for things. You don't need any more of that. If you can't, I've said this before and I'll say it again, if you can't figure out how not to injure animals in your way of consuming actual real food without harming yourself, you're an idiot. You're retarded. You're probably a result of the problems that have been caused by the vegan diet. And what does a vegan diet mean? And because this is where it always goes awry. It always gets so confused. Because people go, no, vegan diet means vegetables. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'll say this a billion times. A plant-based diet means plants. Vegetarian means vegetables. And we're not going to get into evo-lacto because then you have to make a claim about that. But the most overarching statement is to say, hey, I have a plant-based diet. Hey, I'm a vegetarian. Those basically mean you're eating real food. And then people want to go, no, we're vegan. We don't want vegan. Now this means you can eat things that are labeled by a box. And this is the problem. This is the big dilemma with the whole vegan movement, the cults, how delusional these people are. They're so delusional that they're like, how long have these fucking people been vegan themselves? Like, the movement hasn't even been going on that long. And if you don't even get it, that it's co-opted by big business and government and everything else, and you don't see how there's something behind the curtain waiting for you, which isn't health, you're sadly highly confused and mistaken. But this whole vegan thing, basically, if you get into what vegans eat, what you're allowed to eat, if it says vegan on the package. So I'm not talking to people that eat a plant-based diet. I'm not talking to vegetarians. I'm not talking to people that just go out and eat food that has seeds. I'm talking to people that just consume, because it says vegan, they'll consume what's on the box. It's like, oh, look at that box, says vegan, it's good enough, I'll have it. And not knowing how many inorganic salts they're consuming, how much shit they're consuming, how much science, and we get into scientism and all of this corporate, like they're designing people, they're designing diets, they're designing a deity, literally. If you understand what a diet is, it's your deity. If you understand the deity of Vega and vegan, this whole entire thing is a connection to not using your brain, not using your senses. Nobody with any sense would ever want to be a vegan. You're following a leader. You want to be part of a cult. You want to be part of you want to be part of the group. Now this is the easiest way to collect people into a grouping and sorting mechanism. Like, how stupid are you? How dumb are you? No, but we love animals. Don't hurt anything. Well, I'm not. This is where people, because they don't listen to everything I say. They go off on a rant before they can hear everything. I'm not telling anybody to go kill animals. I'm not telling. In fact, I once again, and as always, suggest otherwise. I even go so far as to say, drink your own piss. Why don't you do that? I'm a proponent of that. Proponent of clean distilled water. Why don't you go drink that? I'm not a proponent of salt, inorganics that are come from the dead world, but yet here's the problem with the vegan diet. Is what they continue to consume is things, what they're encouraged to consume, at least, if you don't see how the okie dokie in the whole game is working. They're encouraged to consume products that are labeled as such, vegan, which means, wow, we're getting down a slippery slope into, hey, if it's labeled right, just consume it. And what's in it? I've noticed so many vegan products where I don't even know where this shit, what it's called. I can't name these things. I don't know where these words came from. I don't know what these salts are. I don't know what laboratory this was made in. People are so confused about it. And they're the ones to fight for it the most. They're the ones that are most deluded by the whole just the cult of it. It's not a friendly culture. Like they've been in this cult for, I don't know how long it's been going on. Not very many years. Somebody becomes a vegan, and now they're vegan for like what, a year, and all of a sudden they're self-righteous about everything and tell everybody else how their diet's all fucked up and don't eat this, don't consume that, and they're better than everybody. They're bigoted ass fucks. And circle jerking with each other let's have a vegan diet. It's so ridiculous. And see, normally it's meat eaters that use this, and I'm not even downplaying what they're doing. I'm just saying, normally people out here that are saying what I'm saying eat meat, and they're defending the meat-based diet. I'm not. I'm on my own here. I'm the only one out here that's really vegetarian / really giving you next level wisdom on what to consume and to consume less, and to be, to consume self and be conscious and live a productive, healthy life. And I'm sitting here wondering why these vegans get so mad, because they can't even see it. They can't even see. They're just following. Just get rid of the label. That's all I'm saying. Get rid of the label and just start eating foods that have seeds. It's such a simple thing to do. And I've made this same video so many times, but now I'm just going to start doing this as a public service, as a community service, to let people know that have gotten deluded into the church of veganism, and to help them break free from the insanity. And then I got people that are going to probably comment some stupid shit beneath, like, oh, you don't care about animals, you don't want to murder everything, you want to kill everything, and it's so funny. It really is. And I look at these people like, how long have you? What about the past 25 years of your life that you were eating meat, and all of a sudden you're gonna be a belligerent fuck to people that still eat meat? But you care more about animals, but you hate humans. You hate yourself, and you're obsessed with death, because you don't even know what death is. You don't even. And see, now we can get into that higher spiritual knowledge that I try to enlighten people to, and it's like, it's a fun journey. It gives me a little bit of motivation, but and we can get into. I'll do more if any of you vegans are so sincerely interested on what the problems are with veganism, and the salts and all of the silly products that people are consuming. and why it is that people can get strong on all sorts of diets, because it has to do with effort and work and putting in energy and getting something in return. And what we can, talking about health and disease and where that comes from, because it doesn't come from these studies of, oh, well, the vegans are getting less cancer. And the studies haven't been going on that long, for one. And for two, these studies are all wrong. You can't qualify everything. Like what kind of water were they consuming? What else were they doing in their life? Were they getting sunshine? Where do they live? What was their general attitude about life? What did they consume through their eyes? What kind of music they listen to? All of these things are very important when you want to figure out the health of someone. So, anyways, my little rant on the silliness of doing some sort of. And see, that's the kind of thing this dude says. The vegans are doing some sort of next level, like, what is he? I want to see what he says again. Oh, partaking of divinity. Motherfucker, I'm divine. What? I'm not a vegan and I'm fucking divine. Go have at that. What about all these other people? I got friends that eat meat every day. They're divine. You can tell them they're not? Get out of here with your lowbrow, biggity ass, delusional bullshit. Real talk, son.